Hello friends, I wanted to show you what I got for Valentine's Day. It's a AeroGarden Bounty Elite. My husband got it for me for Valentine's Day and it just came in. Let me get a farther view of it. There's the light. Right there's the light. And the pole, it extends about 2 feet. I have it low now because I have the pods in. And the pods are quite interesting. You can see here, they're sliced so the plant can go through. And if you lift the pod up, let's see if I can do it without. You can see right here. They came with seeds in it already. Jalapenos, this is all jalapenos right here. This right here is all cherry tomatoes. And here is where you add your water. All the way to where it says fill to here. Down here is all your setups. Like right here. Vacation mode, quick plant. Now you want to, when you do this, you want to hit quick plant, and then this will set you go through the process. It'll tell you how many hours that it needs sun, and it's saying about 15 hours for these plants that I have in here, and then you just go, like I said, you just go through the whole process. Real simple. There's nothing really to it. And then right here, you get the light on and off, which you don't really want to mess with. And then right here is your Wi-Fi. You want to hook that up to your Wi-Fi. Download your app. But when you click on this, you'll have the setup right in here for the Wi-Fi. And then you also have the setup for the barcode right in here. Right here is the menu. You can see garden settings, light, pump, plant food, home, tips, and contact us. Let's go to the home. And that shows you how much water's in it. Now I have the app, and the app will alert me when it needs more water, when it needs plant food. This system did come with liquid plant food, and we put 2 capfuls in. Here's your cap or your measuring stuff. This is what the stuff came in, the hydroponic grow kit, and then over here is the grow kit. It has little lids go on. Now this one don't have it. Didn't come with them. They came with the machine. Then you have these right here. These are your seeds. This one has basil, Italian oregano, cilantro, thyme, Italian parsley, dill, mint, and chives. You put these in this, and then you put your seeds in. I would recommend 2 to 3 seeds per one, so that way you do have a bigger chance of growing. If you're a gardener, you know as well as I do that it's always good to put 2 or 3 seeds in, whether you're putting them in buckets, back to Eden, or even the AeroGarden. That way you have a chance. And then if all 3 of them produce, then you just separate them, and then you do whatever you want with the others. And then this one here is also a kit that came with the AeroGarden my husband got. These are random. So you can just put whatever seed you want in here and grow them. And it also comes with plant food. You can see right there, it's the same plant food I showed you. These are the plant foods that, this all came from Amazon right here. And these are also plant food right here. And then down here is another seed pod kit, and that's the gourmet herb one. Now, I was going to do that one first, but because I want to start getting ready for the garden, I went ahead and did these. These probably won't stay in here. I'm most likely going to put them in buckets and put them outside to grow. That way they can just get as big as they want and everything is all good. But the herb one, I'll probably keep in here most definitely, and we'll see what happens. I do want to start my loofah, so I'll probably make one and put one in a loofah in here. But I'm just waiting for these to start, and then once I get 2 leaves on the tomatoes and then the leaves on the jalapenos, then I'll put them in a bigger container and put them under some light. But that is my Valentine's gift. My husband got me something that he knew I would enjoy over time. And he's right. I love growing plants. I love gardening. So this is going to be really interesting. And if I really like it, he's going to get me 2 more of these. And I'll put 1 on each end. So that way I have the ability to grow not just herbs, but other plants too. I would definitely recommend this. This is the stainless steel one. The other one I think is plastic, but this one isn't. It's stainless steel. Up here it's heavy. Stainless steel, you can hear. Stainless steel. The manufacturer did a good job. It was kind of hard to put this pole into the light. I was afraid it was going to break it, but it didn't. My husband did it. I figured I'd let him do it. That way, if it did break, that was on him. It wasn't on me. But I think it's pretty interesting. Now, I could grow that stuff underneath my lights and in the living room. And I'm going to. I do have trays to start my starts in. This year, I'm only going to do buckets and probably some back to Eden Garden, because we're still having to transform the land into things that I can work with. I know that my husband was talking about working with the land, so we're just gonna uproot those stumps. We're just gonna do it ourselves. Uproot them, put chain around them, and have our truck pull them out. Pretty simple. They're shallow rooted. And then that's when he's gonna start doing my raised beds. I don't know if my raised beds will get going this year, but I know my buckets will, and I know that back to Eden's going to. I did bring out some plants, so that way they could get a little bit of light, and I could really water them. They suffered through when I was down for my shoulder, which, let's talk about that for a second. I'm done. I'm all clear. The doctor said I did amazing. He couldn't believe how well I had bounced back from the shoulder surgery. But let me explain something to y'all. If y'all have to have shoulder surgery, therapy is important. Exercising is important. So you go to your therapy appointments twice a week for like 11 weeks. And most people just go home and they don't do it. They forget about it. I'm not saying all, but a lot of people. In fact, the doctor said that I'm one of the few that have ever had a shoulder done and then had it turn out so well, where I could use it really well. What I did is I went home, and every time I thought about it, which was a lot, every time I thought about it, I exercised it. And you don't want to overdo it now. You don't want to lift over 3 pounds. You don't want to push yourself too hard. But when you start feeling that pull and it's kind of achy, just pull a little bit more, not much. Don't make it to where it hurts. And just keep stretching. Because what it is you're not only you're building that muscle back up, but you're stretching that muscle so that way you can move your arm well. That way you can put your hands behind your back, raise your arms above your head, things of that nature. The next thing I'll be working on is my hand, but until I make sure that everything's paid, I don't owe anything, and we're good, then I'll go ahead and get my surgery done on my hand. It's just trigger finger, but it's in bad shape. And probably the only way to fix that is through surgery. I just don't want to do it, to be honest. And I know I better not have to have therapy after having that done, because I don't want to go through therapy again. I mean, I'm not stupid. I know that when you have surgery, you have to move around, or like if you have shoulder surgery, you have to do your exercises. If you don't, it don't work. Well, I think with a finger issue, I really don't think I'm going to have therapy. But that is my Valentine's gift. This is right here. And I'm pretty pleased with it. He paid extra to have it shipped really fast. And so, I think today's the 18th. Got it on the 14th. So it only took 4 days for me to get this. I'm excited. I'm hoping that they all produce. But, you know as well as I do, sometimes it just doesn't happen. So if I get 1 or 2 of each, I'll be happy. And then I could just reuse these pods for something else. Okay, friends. Well, that's it. I just wanted to show you the AeroGarden. It's real simple. The setups are real simple. It's self-explanatory. Make sure when you do the barcode, if you get this, make sure you click on your barcode scan, and it'll just set it right up for you. But all this setup is basically right here. And then you do the app. And then you do the barcode for the app, which connects this to your phone app, and it'll let you know, it'll alert you low water, it needs more water. I would suggest distilled water or spring water, something that's not so harsh, and just let it do its thing. Okay, friends, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. It won't cost you anything, and it helps me with my algorithm. It helps me get my videos out to other people. And if you're not new here, howdy, howdy, howdy. I am so glad that you're here. All right, friends. Until the next time. Bye.